Good morning, children. Welcome to social science class. In today's class, let's see about the civics lesson, Unit 2, Public and Private Sector.
Public and private sectors. Learning objectives. You come to know the history of public sector, know the various indicators of socio-economic development. You can understand the importance of public sector. You can appreciate the differences between the public and private sectors. And also you can understand the functions of private sectors. India was basically an agrarian economy with a weak industrial base at the time of independence. High level of poverty, illiteracy and unemployment in the country. India experienced very poor economic and social overheads. India conceived to have the Indian economy on the socialist lines. The economic growth may be sustained at the maximum rate if private sector and public sector join hands. India followed the mixed economic system, that is operated both by private enterprises and public enterprises. Public and private sector. There are all kinds of business organization, small or large, industrial or trading, private owned or government owned in our country. These organizations affect in our daily economic life and therefore became the part of Indian economy. The public sector and the private sector are allotted their respective roles in promoting the economic welfare of all sections of the community. Public sector industries are under its ownership of government, whereas the private sector industries are under the ownership of private people. The public sector enables the full growth in an economy. Public sector is on the service motive and the private sector is on the profit motive. Now we will see the definition of public sector. The sector which is engaged in the activities of providing government goods and services to the general public is known as public sector. The enterprises, agencies and the bodies are fully owned, controlled and run by the government, whether it is central government, state government or a local government. History of public sector. When India achieved independence in 1947, it was primarily an agricultural country with a weak industrial base. There were only 18 Indian ordnance factories in the country which the British had established for their own economic interest and ruled the subcontinent with brute force. Upon the Bombay Plan, which noted the requirement of government intervention and regulation. The first industrial policy resolution announced in 1948 laid down broad contours of the strategy of industrial development. Subsequently, the Planning Commission was formed by a cabinet resolution in March 1950 and the Industrial Act was enacted in 1951 with the objectives of empowering the government to take necessary steps to regulate industrial development. Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru promoted an economic policy based on import substitution, industrialization and advocated a mixed economic system. India's second five-year plan and the Industrial Policy Resolution of 1956 emphasized the development of public sector enterprises to meet Nehru's national industrialization policy. The vision was carried forward by Dr. V. Krishnamurthy, who was known as the father of public sector undertakings in India. Indian statistician Professor P. C. Mahalanovis was instrumental to this formulation, which was subsequently termed the Friedman Mahalanovis model. In 1991, industrial policy was radically different from all the earlier policies, where the government was deliberating disinvestment of public sector and allowing greater freedom to private sector. At the time, foreign direct investments was invited from business houses outside India. Thus, multinational corporations which operate in more than one country gained entry into the Indian economy. Thus, we have public sector units, private sector enterprises, and multinational corporation coexisting in the Indian economy. Now we will see the objectives of public sector. To promote rapid economic development through creation and expansion of infrastructure, to generate financial resources for development, to create employment opportunities, to accelerate export promotions and import substitution, to promote balanced regional growth, and to encourage the development of small scale and auxiliary industries. There are two types of public sector organization, that is, either the government fully finances them through the revenues they raise by collection taxes, duties, fees, etc. of the government holds more than 51% of the total share capital of the company, which becomes under various ministries. The enterprises are established with service motive. It is the largest sector which works for the upliftment of the people by providing the following services to the people. Example, postal services, railway services, providing security, education, health facilities at low cost, and generation of employment opportunities, etc. Now we will see the administration by a government department. It is very common almost in all the countries. Example, post and telegraph, railway, port trust, irrigation projects on India, etc. The joint sector companies. It is governed by a company law and controlled by the government as principal major shareholders. Example, Indian Oil, Petronas Private Limited, Indian Oil Sky Tanking Limited, Ratnagiri Gas and Power Private Limited, Indian Synthetic Rubber Limited. Public corporation. This type of organization is the establishment of public corporation by the state of the Parliament of Legislature. Example, LIC, Air India, the Reserve Bank of India, Electricity Board. The public sector in India owns its origin in 1956 Industrial Policy Resolution of the Government of India. This 1956 resolution classified industries into three categories. The industries which would be exclusively owned by the state or referred to as Schedule A. The industries in which the private sector could supplement the efforts of the state sector, with the state taking the sole responsibility for starting new units which are specific in Schedule B. The remaining industries which were in the private sector are mentioned in Schedule C. We will see the public sector is divided into the following 9 categories. That is, the public sector enterprises must supply essential infrastructure for economic development, which is known as the primary public utilities, including airlines, shipping, railways, power generation, telecommunication, etc. Second one, public sector enterprises also to have control of the commanding heights of the economy. Example, defense, banks, coal mines, oil steels, etc. And they also play an entrepreneurial role, which is in other words called capital intensive industries. Example, iron ore, petrochemicals, fertilizers, minings, etc. Public sector enterprises under the government monopoly, which includes telecommunication, equipments, defense production, railway, rolling stock, etc. Public sector enterprises which are exclusively meant for high technology industries. Example, atomic energy. Consumer oriented public sector undertakings are example, drug, paper, hotels, etc. Public sector enterprises which is set up in order to take over the sick private units. Example, textiles, engineering, etc. Public sector enterprises which are set up as a trade corporation. Example, FCI, CCI, etc. Public sector enterprises which serves as a consultancy and engineering services, etc. Example, Mecon.
Let's see the recap of the lesson. Introduction of public and private sector, definition of public sector, history of public sector, the objectives of public sector organization, classification of industries. Public sector is divided into the following 9 categories. Children, that's all for today's class. We shall continue the lesson in the next video session. Thank you and have a great day.